If you like this video, why not subscribe?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly recap Q&A. That's the show where I answer questions from last week, or in this case, the last couple of weeks, and share with you links that accumulated on Facebook and Twitter down below. Hopefully they're links of interest. If you just want those links, check them out. If not, you can listen to the questions that I answer. I'm sorry that I didn't have a show last week. Just time crush, and I wasn't able to do it, and I'm sorry about that. Hopefully that doesn't happen very often. I'm working right now, and so that makes it kind of difficult to do this at this hour of the day. But I'm able to do it this week and hopefully answer some questions that you have asked. If you want to get a question answered on this show, your best bet is to email me at thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer you via email and also on the show. If not, at least on the show, hopefully, or at least on email. Hopefully both. At any rate, let's jump right into the questions. First question comes from Virgil Pillay, who asks, "Hi, are you using your mirrorless camera to shoot your thesis film? And if not, what camera are you using? Will you be uploading the movie to YouTube once you're done shooting? Also, if you plan on distributing your movie on DVD, what DVD authoring software will you be using so as not to lose quality?" Well, originally I did plan on using my Sony NEX5N to shoot my thesis film. However, my director of photography really wants to shoot it on the Sony FS700, which we may have to rent, or I might be able to get it for a really good deal because I have a sort of a deal with borrowlenses.com that might let me rent that camera package for a really, really good price, which is still frugal. However, I would still be using the Sony NEX5N to shoot B-roll, since they have similar camera mounts and sensors, so they would match up well. But the FS700 has a lot more options, such as I could get some really slow motion out of it. So that's what I would be doing there. As far as distribution goes, I do definitely plan on releasing the movie on my YouTube channel. However, it might be delayed a bit because I'm working with a lot of people that are big fans of festivals, and there's one major festival here that they will definitely want it to submit the film to, so I will most likely be doing that first. However, for those of people that help support me via the Kickstarter campaign, I'm also thinking there'll probably be kind of a secret link where they can see the film once it's ready before anybody else does. So that's what I'm planning there. And as far as DVD authoring goes, DVDs are becoming passé, at least as far as standard definition goes, but I'll probably author some discs anyway. I like the program DVDlab. I think it's a really good program, even though it's no longer being developed anymore. It's sort of a dead piece of software, but I really like it. As far as losing quality, I am going to lose quality if I author discs to standard definition. Because I'm shooting in HD. I don't really have a Blu-ray burner, although I kind of prefer just creating a file and maybe releasing it on USB versus a Blu-ray disc. It's just easier to do that. But I don't know. As far as a high def release goes, I don't know. At the very least, online it'll be in high definition. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. I do really like my camera, and I would shoot my thesis on it if that's the only option I had. But like I said, my director of photography wants to use a similar camera, just a slightly higher quality, or much higher quality as far as options go on the camera. So we're looking at the Sony FS700. Shoots in the same codec, AVC HD, as a similar mount as the NEX. We're looking at shooting it with my vintage Minolta lenses to give it sort of a different, kind of a retro look because of the 70s inspiration that I'm going for. But yeah, that's what we're doing there. All right, Meredith Carey asks, "I was looking for advice on the Zoom H1 audio recorder and found your accessories video, which I'll leave a link to below, or annotation. I am planning on purchasing the recorder to use for multimedia projects like slideshows with NPR-style interviews. I've heard regularly that handling noise is a problem while using the Zoom H1. Have you had this issue, and how have you resolved/prevented it?" Well, like most recorders, well, actually most inexpensive recorders, I should say, will have handling noise, but that's because you're using the onboard microphones, and you will, if you're having operator noise, your hand is moving on the recorder or whatever, those mics are gonna pick it up. An easy way to eliminate this is to get some kind of shock mount, like DSLR Film Noob's shock mount. I'll leave a link to that below for the Zoom H1. That'll, it's a shock mount, so it basically suspends the recorder in rubber bands and should eliminate most handling noise, or make it less prominent. Another way is just to plug in an external mic and eliminate the recorder body entirely from being picked up by the microphone. So that's what I would do. That's typically what I do, when I do any of my on-camera stuff, with excluding this. I have a cheap lav microphone running into the Zoom H1, and it's pinned to me, and I can handle the Zoom H1 all I want, but because the sound is coming from the lav and not from the onboard microphones. I don't hear anything coming from the recorder. So there you go, Meredith. I hope that helps. Thanks for writing in. Finally, Adam Strand asks, I was thinking about making a found footage horror movie with little or no money. Good or bad idea? Well, Adam, I think making any kind of a movie is a good idea, because the more movies you make, the better you're going to get. I don't know. I mean, found footage is an interesting genre, although it's been kind of beaten to death. I mean, I can think of the best found footage movies that I've seen. I haven't seen all of them, but of course the Blair Witch Project was sort of the trendsetter for that. And recently I really enjoyed Chronicle. I thought that was a really good movie, and I think it was kind of irrelevant as far as the genre. I mean, it didn't have to be a found footage movie. It could have been a traditional narrative, and I still would have liked it because it was so well made. It was a good script, good acting. Production values is kind of irrelevant in that genre, which I think tends to let people get lazy, because you say, well, it's a mockumentary or it's a found footage, so I don't really have to concentrate on lighting or whatever. But just do your best, whatever genre you pick or whatever style you pick, and just keep doing it. You definitely shouldn't not make a film because, well, I don't know if I can, if this is the right genre. I mean, just do it. Even if it ends up being terrible, who cares? You've gained experience, you've learned a bunch of things, and you'll make a better film the next time out, or you'll keep learning. That's the whole idea. I don't think you should just sit around and wait for that perfect piece of gear, that perfect script, that perfect location, actors, whatever. You should just do it, and you'll get better as you do so. So there you go. That's my opinion for what it's worth. Thanks for writing in, everybody. Again, if you want your question answered on this show, thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com is the best way to do that. There's always the blog, thefrugalfilmmaker.com, Facebook page, Twitter, of course, the YouTube channel. And then there's the question this week, which I actually forgot to write down, but I believe, it was about the found footage genre. How do you feel about the found footage genre? It is something that's readily accessible, that anybody could do, because it invites, it's almost like, a documentary, and that there's production value-wise, things tend to be a lot more forgivable in that genre. So I'm just curious about what everyone's opinion is. I've shared mine. Tell me what you think of the found footage genre. Is it something you would do? Is it something you wouldn't do, and why? So that's it for this week. Again, thank you for watching. Thanks for all your support. And keep watching for more information about my thesis film collection day if you're interested to see how a movie gets made. I'm trying to share all the details and things that I learned from start to finish. And we'll see you in a week.